Okay.
Go ahead.
Watch out for the trophy.
Oh man, that's tough. Yes.
After last season, very disappointing, you won the Toilet Bowl award. You made the statements that your draft was very similar to last year. What was you going through your mind, and why would you draft people who bombed for you last year?
I feel a lot of hate here, and there's a lot of people who don't understand what I'm talking about here. Don't understand. I mean, this ain't rocket science. That's what I've been saying all along, right? So I can feel the negative vibes here, but you got to think positive on this. We're believers in ourselves, is what we are. So we might have had a rough year last year, but we're going to take it to the extreme this year. Yes.
Your first choice, you chose Chris Johnson. What made you choose him over others, say like Aaron Foster, that were still there?
Well, I have no idea. He just felt good to me. I think he's going to be a primary running back in the system, and I think Aaron Foster is going to have hamstring problems all year. Yes.
You said that your draft strategy was like last year, but last year, your first round, you got Cedric Benson. This year, you got Chris Johnson. Elaborate, please.
Cedric Benson was a bad idea. Chris Johnson was a good idea.
Last year you had trouble with Vincent Jackson, but this year you decided to go with him again second round. I know you were upset about his performance last year. How do you feel, and what made you get him this year?
Well, I didn't want anybody else getting him, and then him being good, and then me wishing I'd have gotten him when I got him last year, and it was a really bad idea. So I thought I'd go for the good idea and just try. Yeah.
Last year you picked no Sean Moreno and he was terrible. This year you picked no Sean Moreno. Elaborate.
That was. Well, I have to tell you, this ain't rocket science. But no Sean Marino had hamstring problems this year. For everything I've been reading, he says I'm not going to have them this year. So I'm just. It does sound pretty stupid, doesn't it? Yes.
You were the main proponent for the new roster, where we have the flex. Can you please elaborate on your involvement in that and why you were such a big proponent?
Well, that's pretty simple. With 16 teams, it's hard to get 2 starting running backs. And so therefore, with just one starting running back, you have with a flex option, at least you can fill the roster with somebody who's starting the game. Yes. I thought you had a question.
Well ago.
You just in here? You just
Somebody
hanging
gets
out
action.
in here? That's all you doing? Anybody else? Is there any other questions? Yeah. Oh, yes.
Although you were a proponent, you did draft 2 running backs early.
That's right. That's got nothing to do with it. I wanted the best options available. So if the good running back was there, you could take the running back. But if he wasn't, then I'd want the option to draft a wide receiver.
What were you thinking when you drafted Freeman this year?
I really hated the idea that I had to draft Freeman. I don't like him at all. But I just think he was the best choice. I didn't want to. Let's see, Ben Roethlisberger. I didn't really feel good about that either. And Matt Castle, he's got that, glass shoulder. That's about stupid. Whoever drafted that guy.
Someone Stafford.
So this is Matt Stafford. That's who it is. Yeah. So there's a lot of stupid picks out there. I really wanted, Michael Vick, but it didn't work out. Yeah.
Okay, with not liking several of your players and calling some of them just plain stupid moves, do you have any hope of not repeating as Toilet Bowl champion again? Oh,
yeah, because it's wide open from here. You can tell. You can just look at last year's draft picks. That meant nothing, man. What you're hoping to find is that hidden gem someplace and get lucky, like what Cameron did with Arian Foster, just picked him up out of nowhere. Give me a break.
So does the phrase "anything is improvement" come to mind after this?
Absolutely. I've got no place to go but up. And remember, this ain't rocket science.